So let's hit your number 5. What's your number 5?
Number 5, I chose this year's Sundance champ, Whiplash. I loved Whiplash.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Nice.
Number 8 and number 5.
Exactly.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, so if you remember 2 years ago, the Sundance champ was Beast of the Southern Wild. Loved that movie. Gave us Kevin Wallace.
Right.
Last year was Fruitvale Station. Another great movie. Gave that 4 stars. And then this year, it's Whiplash. It's this story of a drummer who's almost like Rocky in his grit and determination, you know, like
Right.
I'm gonna train as hard as I can until I have blisters on my drumsticks. You know?
Right.
So he goes off to this New York Music Conservatory where he runs into a really tough, strict instructor played by J.K. Simmons, who we all loved as the dad in Juno.
Yeah.
So I've been rooting for this guy ever since then. He's been on TV shows and stuff too.
Right.
But he makes the movie. I mean, he has some profane rants. That would rival Arlie Ermy in Full Metal Jacket.
Right,
You know, this is like Full Metal Drumstick. I mean, this thing's crazy. He's slinging cymbals and drums at people. Yeah. But it really reminded me of that.
It does.
Or Gossett in Officer and Gentleman. Whatever you're,
Yeah.
But that hard instructor that pushes you beyond where you could go, but in hindsight you're like, man, was that legal? Was that moral? Should he have done that?
Right.
And the kid is played by the kid from
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller
Yep.
from The Spectacular Now,
Yeah.
which was a great movie last year.
Yeah.
I just thought the way that it was cut, it kind of cut on syncopated beats with the music,
Right.
all that great jazz music, and that final, to me, what really sold it as like one of my favorite movies of the year was that final stretch, all music, no words between Simmons and Miles Teller, but it goes from a range of emotions from. At first he thinks, oh, I have an opportunity. Then he realizes it's betrayal. Then it's almost revenge, and then resurrection, and then mutual respect until the end. They're like, now he's like coaching him, and he delivers on a bang.
Right.
That end was just a whirlwind that sold it for me. Whiplash. Give you Whiplash.
Whiplash, number 5. Let me tell you, this was at the time when we were watching those screeners. That's when I saw it. I saw it when we were watching all the screeners. And I'm sitting there. It's like 11 at night. And I'm like, I guess I'll watch Whiplash. I've heard it's really good.
Right.
I pop it in, and I am just in my seat, riveted, looking at the screen the entire time. And, in my review, I just said, this is Rocky with band instruments.
Oh, nice.
Because, literally, Miles Teller, from the opening frame, he's just practicing at his passion. And that's what I loved about the film. It's like we all can relate to when we have a passion for something in life. And you can tell he really is working hard at this. And like you said, J.K. Simmons, if he doesn't get the Oscar
Supporting
for
actor,
supporting,
right?
this, it's ridiculous. He is totally an atmosphere changer. When he walks in, he literally will go like this, and then you can just even I feel like in the film they were acting, but I feel like on set, everyone was watching him, and I'm sure that everyone the actors got a lesson in acting. You know what I mean? Just to sit at his feet. But
I was sitting in the theater seat, and I was scared of him. I was like, I hope I don't drop my popcorn. This guy's gonna throw something at me off the screen. He was that transfixing for me. I was like, I couldn't take my eyes off. I hope I don't let him down.
I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh man, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Totally.
You're killing me, Jason. Oh man, yeah. No. It totally was like that. But at the same time, because of the passion that they both shared for music, and just to watch Miles Teller, his ultimate arc, as he does come into his own. Unfortunately, he was hazed to get there, but he gets there, and like you said, by the time, because man, you just gotta watch it. By the time they do get to that last scene, it's just amazing to see the war without words. You literally are watching, and you're saying, "Wow, Miles Teller is telling J.K. Simmons X."
It's visual storytelling and musical storytelling. Yeah.
Exactly. Now he's saying this to him. No, he's going back at him. And then by the end, I was just like,
Bravo.
DVD menu.
Yeah.
Play. Like, yeah, exactly. So,
and what kind of rounded it out too was not, of course, everything we just said, but also, I mean, the passion, but also like the consequences of the passion. He says, I can't date you anymore to the love interest.
Right.
Because I can't date you anymore because I'm not going to be the best at what I could be. You know,
Right.
I might be some version of it, but I won't get to complete greatness unless I spend forever laying at home looking at posters of Bird or whatever and just drumming.
Right.
And to me, that's what made the movie. It was like, man, if you want to be the best or do you not? And what compromises do you have to make along the way?
Exactly.
Or is there a happy medium? I would like to think so.
Exactly.
You know? But man.
Yeah, and speaking of Social Network, it was kind of like that opening scene in Social Network where he's just being a jerk.
Yeah.
And now, granted, I think there's
To
a little
Rooney Mara.
difference. Yeah.
My girlfriend.
But you know, with Miles Teller, his character, you do see a moment where later on he does kind of regret it.
Right.
Like he's ostracized himself from everyone else. And in his isolation, it's kind of like, man, who can I go to? So it also kind of shows how you can't be, you know, on an island by yourself in this world.
Right.
But at the same time, sometimes
Even
like
Rocky needs an Adrian.
Exactly.
You mentioned Rocky. So,
exactly. You gotta find that great balance between the two. But yeah, man, number 5.
Whiplash.
That was my desert island pick, where like from 2014, if there was one movie that like I had to keep watching over and over, I was on a desert island, it would be Whiplash.
I know. Except even as you're getting the coconuts down, you're like, I hope I don't let down.